Welcome to Real Talks. I'm your host, Sue Quackenbush, Chief People Officer at Dynatrace, and today's episode is a special one. As we approach the end of the year, it's a time to pause and reflect on 2024. It's amazing how much we've accomplished. I also want to say thank you to all of my guests who've joined me on this podcast. So we're revisiting some of those most memorable moments from the season. The first guest was Kristof, who's based in Belgium. He's been with Dynatrace for 15 years, and he currently is our Innovation Services Director. You hear about his slow and steady career philosophy, and he's lived that.
Well, I've been lucky enough to be part of many revolutions and evolutions within Dynatrace. It started as a developer, moved into a customer facing role in the post sales, the Dynatrace One organization we call it today. And as my role progressed and changed, actually the company changed a lot as well, right? Obviously, we've over the last few years, we went from a rather large organization to a one that's focused on observability, right? That really focused on our space and wanting to be the best in that space, really wanting to make a difference, and with massive growth as a result, right? Both from the amount of people to amount of customers. And it's that relentless, pursuit, I would say, of making us a better company tomorrow than we are today, and seeing the opportunities that brought along for myself in my career, but also in the way that we work, made it just super exciting. It's not that every day is the same, right? Every day brings a new challenge and brings a new aspiration to work towards, and that's what's keeping me here. As long as I'm sane and I'm loving my job, I don't see a reason to go and look elsewhere.
So Kristof's story really speaks to that constant innovation, the ability to look at your career as a journey. It also reminds me of some of the findings that we discovered when we were looking into our technology employer value proposition, really wanting to understand, why do technologists come to Dynatrace? Why do they stay? And he's been able to really experience that fullness within Dynatrace. Another person I spoke with is Emma. She's based in Australia, and she's our senior field marketing manager. And this conversation really focused on women in tech. And we had a great conversation about, although sometimes you feel like you don't belong, or you might feel like you're an imposter, how much there is an opportunity in technology and in the field of technology for females. And you don't have to be a technologist.
I made the choice to just throw myself into the deep end, see how it went for me. And if the, worst case scenario, I was going to run home with my tail between my legs and never go back. But I think the fear is that you don't feel like you're going to belong. And the problem with not belonging is that it takes everything that you have and squashes down all of your ambition and all of your passion. And for me, the moment I walked in the door and I found all of these incredible people who were in a very similar situation to me, as soon as I saw them with that warm smile, I felt like, okay, maybe I'm not, maybe I do belong here. Maybe I am the right person for this room. Maybe I am smart enough. Maybe I can make new connections and I can grow who I am as a person in technology with these people around me.
There's so many opportunities. And what Emma's story really brings out is that lean in, take a chance, be open. You get a sense of belonging. Our third guest this year was Thorsten, who is based in Austria, and he's one of our product leads. Thorsten's story really is interesting because he's a longtime career Dynatracer who actually stepped away from Dynatrace and then came back.
One of the main reasons for that was why I came back is all the different colleagues, and I grew with them from a professional perspective, but also many of them became friends. So I went with many of them on different trips, perform our annual conference, for instance, but also in our free time. So we spent family time together. So also our families became friends. And also during my absence at Dynatrace, we still were very close and very connected. So I was always very well aware of what's going on at Dynatrace and also where the company is still moving. I was also then feeling again, hey, I want to go with Dynatrace again because I also honestly missed all my colleagues and also friends, as I said before.
I love Thorsten's story. The sense of belonging, the connections, the relationships, the friendships that are created within an organization. And this really speaks to how Dynatrace is welcoming. Not all organizations can offer that type of environment. And when an organization can, I would say jump right in. And coming next month, I will be talking with Karolina, who is based in Poland, and she is our Director of Software Engineering and Organizational Lead. What's interesting about Karolina's story is the realization that she's leading as she was led early on in her career.
So I had a new joiner in the community team where I immediately saw that she has such a leadership potential to drive this team forward as a team captain. So I can move out of the team completely because I needed to move out at some point in time. And just after 3 months being in the company, still on her trial period, I asked her, would you take on that opportunity to be the team captain for the team? And her response was very similar to mine back almost 10 years ago. But how? I am the most fresh team member in the team. And how can I now lead the team? Do they trust me? Do I have skills? I've never done this before. And I told her, yes, you have skills. I see this from the interview. So experience will come, but skills are more important. You can always learn technical stuff.
I love Karolina's story. What it really showcases is the ability for leaders to be able to inspire and believe in someone and trust that someone can deliver, even though they've never done it. And so that role modeling of belief, you can do it, and inspiration is really something that, when you think about from a leadership perspective, if you could give that to someone, that's a tremendous gift. Let's take the best learnings from our guests into 2025 and make it a year of even more growth, more well-being, and more success. And with that, I want to leave you with a little holiday cheer. Here are messages from all of my incredible guests this season, sharing their favorite traditions and warm wishes for the holiday season.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kristof. I'm based in Belgium. And my favorite part of Christmas is it's a ugly Christmas sweater season. And fijne feestdagen. It's happy holidays in Dutch.
The most wonderful time of the year is the end of year in office, sometimes out of office, end of year party. And I can't wait to go every single year because it brings everybody together. We come from all over Australia and we just party like it's 1999.
Hey, my name is Thorsten. I'm located in Linz, Austria, and usually I celebrate Christmas Eve with my family and also with the family of my wife, which means we're having a lot of fun. And usually this means I play the entire Christmas Eve Lego. It's challenging, believe me. In German, frohe Weihnachten.
Okay, so my favorite holiday thingy is probably buying the Christmas tree because there is always, so much of decision making. For my husband, it's always too big, too high. For my kids, it's always too small. If it's just one, it goes to our dining room, but then my kids want smaller ones to their rooms. So yeah, buying a Christmas tree definitely. And yeah, saying happy holidays in Polish, it's Wesołych Świąt.
So many stories we shared on our podcast. And there are so many more interesting ones to come. You can listen to the full episodes on your favorite streaming platforms. Find us by searching for Real Talks powered by Dynatrace. Thank you for listening and sharing our episodes. Happy holidays, and here's to a meaningful and blessed 2025.